Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of English in Practice. It's Kareem with you, your English teacher. Today we will look at a number of idioms that can be very helpful in different situations in our daily lives, so keep watching. The first idiom for today is to be born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. This idiom doesn't have anything to do with literal silver spoons. This idiom is used to describe someone who was born into a wealthy and successful family. Let's use it in an example. Sam doesn't bother to find a job. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Of course, the literal meaning would suggest and would give you this image of Sam having a silver spoon in his mouth. But the figurative meaning that we care about is that Sam was born into a rich and successful family, maybe a family that has their own business. That's why Sam doesn't have to find a job in order to make money. He doesn't need money. He already has a lot of it. Now, he is rich not because he made the money. He's rich because his parents are rich. And this is when we can use the idiom appropriately. If someone is rich because he or she made the money, they became successful, they started from scratch and then they become wealthy or rich, then we can't really use this idiom. But we only use this idiom to describe someone who is rich because their parents are rich. The second idiom for today is to have sticky fingers. Now, this idiom is used to describe someone who's likely to steal, a thief. Let's use it in an example. The accountant we hired in our company turned out to have sticky fingers. Let me explain the context of this example. We have a company, we hired an accountant, the accountant, the person dealing with the money, finances of the company. After a while, we found out that he was stealing the money from our company. So the idiom I used, turned out to have sticky fingers, suggests the idea that the accountant we hired is a thief, is the person who has been stealing our money. So to have sticky fingers means to be a thief. Idiom number 3 for today is rule of thumb. This idiom is used to talk about a rule or a principle that isn't actually a rule or principle. It's like a rule that is not based on science or accurate calculations. It's just like something, or let's say a rule that we have from experience. What does that mean? Let me give you an example and explain what rule of thumb means. Let's have this example. As a rule of thumb, we always meet on Thursdays. Now, in this example, I used as a rule of thumb at the beginning of my sentence. I used this idiom because I want to show you that what we do is a rule, but like not a rule that was suggested like some kind of law or like something that we agreed on. Like we didn't have a meeting and then we thought and suggested ideas and then we decided that Thursday is the best day. We didn't do any calculations, we didn't do any math, nothing. It's just like from experience, we learned, we realized that everyone is busy on the other days of the week. Thursdays are the best days because everyone is free on Thursday or Thursdays, and Thursdays are followed by Fridays and no one has any work on Fridays. That's why Thursdays are the best days to meet. That's why, or basically this has become a rule. It's a rule of thumb because it's not based on any calculations, just happened based on experience. That's why we say it's a rule of thumb. Idiom number 4 is keep one's chin up. You hear this idiom, or you may hear this idiom, when someone is trying to cheer you up. Maybe because you're sad, you're stressed, you don't feel well, etc. Let's use it in an example. Keep your chin up, Sam. With your skills, you will definitely find a better job. Let me explain the context here. Sam has lost his job. And of course, Sam is sad because he lost his job. Now, as his friend, my duty is to make him feel better, to cheer him up. And that's what I'm doing. Now, using the idiom, keep your chin up, means that I want you to stay strong in this difficult situation because everything is going to be all right. So keep your chin up means to stay strong in this difficult situation. Another idiom we can use in our daily life is find one's feet. This idiom is used when describing a situation in which someone is trying really hard to get used or deal with a new situation in a successful way. Everything will go well when Sam finds his feet in his new job. Now, this example means that Sam started a new job, and this new job is basically a new situation. Sam is trying to deal with this new situation in a successful way. Sam is trying to get used to this job, and this is what the idiom suggests. So using the idiom, find his feet, in this example means that Sam or everything will go well, everything will be okay, or Sam will do very well once he finds his feet, which means once he gets used to this new job, once he feels comfortable and confident in this new environment. The last idiom we have today is spice things up. To spice things up has nothing to do with food and spices. To spice things up means to make things more interesting and more exciting. Let's have an example. Let's say that my friends and I are really bored and we want to do something exciting, we want to do something fun, but we want something thrilling, you know, something different. So I say something like that. Let's spice things up and go bungee jumping. Now, let's spice things up. I'm not talking about food. I'm not talking about spicing anything like food. I'm talking about making things more interesting and more exciting and do something more thrilling, more dangerous. Bungee jumping is, of course, more thrilling and more dangerous. Instead of just like bowling or like playing some other game, we can just make things more exciting and do something more dangerous. Today, we looked at a group of idioms that can be very helpful in different situations and in different contexts in our daily lives. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Thank you very much. Stay safe.